All right, I wanted to start this video with something that I've missed, and that's English bakery. I love Portuguese bakery, but obviously, being British bakery is nostalgia, and now I'm back in England. Why not? I've come to this bakery. I mean, the good thing about Leigh is that you have homemade bakeries, and right next door, can you believe this in England? It's quite rare. You have butchers, proper butchers, good butchers, really, really good butchers. I'm here for the bakery. They have some good stuff. Look at this. Look at this. What would you choose? Belgian buns. I love Belgian buns. For some reason, I love that icing on the top. So I'm thinking maybe like a cherry Bakewell slice. And there's something I saw in there that we're going to have to start the video with, because if you've been watching my final month, you'll see that I've been rating Pastel de Nata in Madeira. They have Pastel de Nata. So should we get a Pastel de Nata in the UK, in England, in a homemade bakery, and see how good it is or not? There's also someone in here who you might recognize from the channel. Fancy seeing you in the bakery.
Checking out everything.
You might recognize him from the steak video. But yeah, homemade bread. I mean, bread in Portugal, bread in Madeira is so good and it's so cheap, but in England, to get good bread, I think it's a luxury. Look at that, little gingerbread biscuits. Eccles cakes, proper British stuff. Again, the Belgian buns. Yeah, what should we get? What should we get? He's being nostalgic now. He used to come here when he was dating Mum. Or married to Mum, probably.
44 years ago.
44 years ago, but next to the bakery you have fruit and veg, so this is proper little place. I mean, they're lucky here, they really do have nice places here. So a proper fruit and veg shop, a proper bakery, and a proper butcher's. Anyway, we've got our goods, let's go try them. All right, so what did I get? I got a cherry Bakewell slice. I think that's very typically English. And then we've got the Portuguese version. Well, not version, but the Portuguese pastry, the Pastel de Nata. So let's start with the Pastel de Nata. How does it look? Got a nice caramelization on top. A bit blonde on the bottom, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, well, let's see. Let's see, how bad can it really be? All right, it's cold, so it loses marks. The custard on the inside, it's actually very good. Not too sweet, very creamy. Actually tastes like the Pastel de Nata in Portugal. The pastry is a travesty. Undercooked, not buttery enough, too dry. Terrible, terrible, terrible. What am I gonna give it? Maybe because of the custard and that little caramelized bit on top, a 4 out of 10. Not great. Bakewell slice though, I'm hoping it's going to be a bit better because that's probably what they're used to making, right? I think Pastel de Nata is trendy now outside of Portugal, so bakeries feel like they have to make them. Let's try this one. So almond frangipan kind of paste on the inside, glacier cherries, pastry on the bottom, and the icing on top. Yes, that one's the winner. 9 out of 10. Ah, that's so good. Taste of Britain. All right, don't take my word for it. Let's see what the food connoisseur has to say for himself. So, cherry Bakewell. His eyes were on it as soon as he saw it.
They look good. Well, it looks good. Got a nice short cross pastry.
Oh, here he is.
Plenty of cherries inside with almond paste. A little bit of icing over the top. Let's see if it's as good as it looks. It is as good as it looks.
Out of 10?
I would say 9.
Ah, the same as me.
I might have done better myself.
Ah, no way. No way. Before I go out to lunch with my father to get some seafood, I want to show you what I'm going to pack to change my life essentially in Thailand. I'm bringing you guys with me, of course, so I want to show you that. And I want you to compare to when you go on holiday or when you go on a big life-changing trip like this. What do you bring versus what am I bringing? Am I bringing too much? Am I not bringing enough? What do you reckon? And then I want to show you my luggage because I've got a new luggage set and it's fantastic. So maybe you guys, if you're needing some luggage, maybe you'll be interested in that. Information will be in the description, but we'll come to that. This is the clothing bed because as you know, there'll be a clothing bed and a technology bed. This is probably the most stuff I've ever taken on a trip, I would say. And I don't know if it's too much or too little, I guess we're going to find out. But let me show you, where should we start? With the obvious stuff. Well, let's go along. So this is a poncho. I'm going to be doing, scooter trips and motorcycle trips. it rains a lot in Thailand in rainy season, and having a waterproof full-length coat is a good idea. This is my thinner coat, which will also be good, just, you know, when you're on a bike, it can get a little bit cool. Probably won't be needing them so much just around the city. I've got 2 pairs of shorts, jean shorts, and just these like hiking shorts, they're quite good. And then a pair of jeans, as well as the black pair of jeans that I've got on. Up here, we have the thermal top and a cooler top. So I'm also going to travel around Asia, right? And I'm going to go to places which are cooler than Thailand. So having a little thermal base layer is a good thing. Having the cool base layer is a good thing for Thailand. Swimming stuff. So I have a birthmark that I need to cover. So I have a like rash vest and then swimming shorts, hiking trousers, and hiking shirt. I was thinking I could buy these out there, and I guess depending on weight, we'll see. But they're there for now. A couple of sports tops. Come on, in Thailand, they love it when you wear classic Thai football shirt. And they're just a normal one too. Underwear, probably about 10 pairs of underwear there. Wash bag, snood, that probably goes in the cold section. Little neck thing to keep warm. These are coming on the plane with me. Eye mask and neck pillow. Inflatable neck pillow, those are the best. You see those people walking around with them everywhere on their bags and things like that. Get the inflatable one and you don't have to worry about it. Socks, probably too many. I'll sort those out once I'm there. Sport shorts and then t-shirts. And I've got these t-shirts from Uniqlo. They're, you know, anti-smell, anti-sweat, breathable, really good quality, easy and light, quick dry. Those are the ones I found best for my travel. The jumper, as someone called it, the postman jumper, UK postman jumper, very thin fleece. As you can see, I'm not taking too many cold weather stuff. And then I've got this is my Timberland jacket. I'm not really sure, to be honest. We'll see. But if I go to somewhere like South Korea or Japan where I need it, I will need this in certain times of year. And then a hat. But to be honest, the hat, I normally put my drone inside. 2 shirts. I can always buy more out there, but this one I like, short sleeve, and this one I just liked for being a bit smarter. I've got my motorcycle gloves, which I can probably buy out there, if I'm honest. And then a power bank, sunglasses, wallet, my glasses, since I wear glasses. This is something from my travels. I bought 2 of them and I gave one to Leah when I left, so we're gonna have one each, which is nice. Passport photos, spare passport photos is a good idea. These might actually finally be able to use these. These are chopstick holders. You place your chopsticks on that at the table. AirPods, noise cancellation, and headphones for the flight is mandatory. 2 belts, brown belt, black belt. The antiperspirant, not antiperspirant, l'eau de toilette. Passports, of course, I have 2 passports, so I travel with 2 passports. I also have my visa and my entry form. Because when you enter Thailand, one, you need a visa if you're staying long term, and I've got a DTV visa if you're interested. It's 5 years, it's £300. You need online income, you need to have £11,000 in your bank, and then you just need to prove that you have, you know, you're not going to rely on Thailand for money, let's say that. You're not allowed to work there. So I have that, so I have that form. That makes life very easy, as I will later tell you in the section of why I'm moving to Thailand. And then also you need an online entry form, and you just fill that out and you print it off and you get a QR code and you show it when you enter. Very easy. Used to be that you write on a piece of paper on the plane, but they've changed that. Is there anything else? Yes. Flip-flops, of course. This is my wash bag. This wash bag is from Level 8, same as my suitcase. And I got this because I don't really have a wash bag, and it's very good, actually. It's stretchable, it's breathable, it's water resistant. There's lots of storage space, lots of little compartments. I mean, for me, this is kind of perfect, right? And this stretches out the more stuff you put in there. It's very, very good, and I think a little eco-friendly as well in how it's made, so we always look out for those things. So I'm very happy with that. All of my toiletries will go in there. And then this is something that means a lot to me. You can kind of just see through that. It's a little painting. She's wrapped it so perfectly. It's in bubble wrap, it's wrapped up, it's sellotaped. After I took Leah scuba diving, she painted me this on a little notebook, so I'm gonna keep that with me. I think I'll never write in it, I'll just keep it forever as a little memento. That is it. Oh, And this will be my carry-on bag, little backpack that I take everywhere with me. So a few things will go in there, like the laptop and the camera. And yeah, that is the clothes. This is the technology. I apologize in advance. This room's a little more messy because this is the stuff I'm keeping and this is the stuff I'm binning. This is the stuff that weighs a lot. I have 30 kilos and this is the problem bed. You guys probably don't travel with any of this, I would say, but this is what I have to have being a YouTuber making these videos for you. I have all my microphones, all the blimming cables, all these little like clips for the GoPro. Well, it's not a GoPro, but you know what I mean when I say GoPro. I've got all my batteries in here. These are heavy. Camera strap. This is the DJI Action 5 Pro. This is what I have instead of a GoPro. So all those clips are for those things. And a few camera clips in there too. All my memory cards, my actual proper camera. I'm filming on the iPhone at the minute. Lenses, a couple of lenses. The filters, storage devices, because the videos need to stay somewhere once I've filmed them. A gimbal for when I do live streams. This goes on my chest and I film when I'm riding. We're going to be doing more motorcycle journeys. This is the quad lock that allows you to snap on and snap off from the motorcycle for your phone. Waterproof bag, little cleaner for the lenses, tripods, too many tripods, including the one I'm holding. But yes, I know what you're thinking. I do need them all. Thank you very much. All of the adapters, obviously Thailand, my plugs don't really work. So we've got all of these adapters, laptop, charger, all sorts of things for charging and more adapters in there. Laptop, this is obviously have to edit. Business cards, look at this, got my own business card. JoeyP, if you ever want to contact me, you know how to find me now. Microphone, and then the microphone case, and then a little bit of Thai money. And I also want to get this bigger bag in because normally when I travel, I just travel with a backpack. So I want to get this 40-litre backpack in the suitcase as well. And all of that stuff needs to fit in this suitcase. My new suitcase from Level 8, the luminous textured, well, I got a 3-piece set, but I'm only going to take one of them. But it does come with a mid-size bag and a cabin bag as well, 20 litres and 68 litres. This one is 105 litres, and still I'm not sure if it's enough. But it's fantastic. You have the lock on top, so I'm very happy about that. Don't have to take my padlock. And there's so much space inside, my God. And what helps, I have packing cubes, right? And packing cubes are fantastic. But sometimes when you get a suitcase, you only get these like compression things on one side. Normally you just get the bands on the other, but it's got them on both sides, so it helps squeeze everything down and also helps stuff not going everywhere, which helps. It's good quality, and you can tell it's good quality. I've already used it, and it looks like it's not been used at all, which is a good thing. I remember getting one which wasn't so good, and it came bashed up. The wheels, I tell you what, this is the best feature for me. The wheels. 360, I mean most are 360 now, but they're so smooth. Walking through the airport was a breeze, and that actually was the first thing I noticed. Okay, a suitcase is a suitcase. It's just a shell with space, depending on how much you want and how much you need. But walking with it was so easy compared to other suitcases. The wheels are fantastic for that, so that's going to be useful. And then two things I'm going to show you or tell you. First, aluminium handle. This is good, very easy. And a tip, everyone has this black suitcase. Cut a little cord, cut a little thread, cut a shoelace that you recognize and tie it on top. This makes my life so much easier when my bag is coming through. All of that stuff and all of the other stuff needs to go into this suitcase. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll pick up with you guys at lunch when we're gonna meet my dad for some seafood. All right guys, I've come down to Old Leigh. It's actually very pretty down here and has a rich history connected to the estuary and fishing and cockling really. But on a summer's day, or any day actually, where it's sunny and it's warm, people are out here, they're drinking, they're having fun. It's a really nice atmosphere down here. Today, unfortunately, February in England, it's grim. It's been raining, it's windy, it's bitterly cold. However, that's not going to stop us. Because I wanted to try some seafood. I wanted to bring Dad down here. He loves seafood. I love seafood. And we've come to a place called Osborne Brothers, who focus on seafood and cockling. And I said there was a rich history. The cockling sheds here, the cockling industry goes back a long, long time. And you've got these old cockle sheds now, which have been converted into bars and cafes and restaurants and things like this. And this is one of them. They have a pub opposite, but they also have this cafe, let's say. And you have all of the fresh seafood here. You've got prawns, big prawns as well, little crayfish tails, crab, brown shrimp. I don't know if you can see that through the window. You've got brown shrimp in there. And you've got roll mops. Let's see if I can show you that. Roll mops. Roll mops are delicious. Actually, we should have ordered some of them. We've just ordered. We didn't order any roll mops, but the reason you come here is for this. Cockles. This could even be our order, a pint of cockles. But yeah, you can order by the pint or the half pint or a small portion. And then you have whelks as well, which we've ordered. And you have mussels. I'm looking forward to this. I just wanted to show you a little bit of Leigh. And the cockle sheds and seafood is very, very Leigh. We love food on this channel, so why not? And yeah, let's see if it's any good, if it's as good as I remember. Food has arrived, and a small feast, I think. You think you can do this?
I think it's like being in paradise with the amount of seafood we got on show.
Well, let's show you what we've got. So we've got these.
And all local to the area.
Yeah, exactly. We've got these shell-on brown shrimp. And these, they have these long little nets and they just walk across the shallow as well. That's what you can do. And you catch them in the front of your net. We have little octopus, little baby octopus, marinated in vinegar. We have whelks. Look at these things. They might not look appetizing, but trust me guys, these are delicious. We also have potted brown shrimp. So these, peeled, set in, I think there's a little nutmeg in there, a little bit of salt, and then butter. And these are heated up, these are warm actually. And then what I told you, this is all about in this area, cockles. A pint of cockles on a big plate. Absolutely delicious. And then rolls. Come on, bread rolls. Look good?
It looks very good. Can't wait to tuck in.
All right, let's eat. You can do the honors. You can put the vinegar on. Yeah, it's already got the hole in the top. Careful.
Sorry.
Amateur who's never done this before. Come on. Keep going. And you can put them on the whelks as well. There we go. Oh, it's going to drop. There we go. He's got it.
And a bit of white pepper.
Yeah. Not too much, but there we go. Where to begin? And he's straight in. Back on the channel, after your steak experience, and we don't have quite as much food as the giant steak, but lots of you, when you meet me, you come up to me and you say, oh, I saw the video with your dad eating that giant steak.
I've gone from one extreme to another.
What?
Lovely steak, now we've got seafood.
Well, there you go. All right, cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Oh.
That was nice.
They're good, but I'm going to say a bit more vinegar, but they taste so fresh and of the sea.
Nice with that pepper on.
Yeah,
Well, isn't it?
and the trick of these obviously is to get them nice and fresh, right? But this is, you're going to say, I know what he's going to say, so I'm going to guess it. I used to come down here before you were born, eating these,
I did,
right?
but I never came here to eat any. We used to come and eat the prawns.
Oh yeah, all right.
Shrimp.
Let's roll back that nostalgia then. So, brown shrimp. And these things are tiny, but let me tell you guys, I mean, look how small they are. But let me tell you, they pack a punch in terms of flavor. So, head off. Oh, all the flavor is in the head. Oh, this one's even got eggs on them. Should tell me that's
flavour.
cruel. But these really are special. And you might think it's not worth the hassle being so small, but trust me, it is. Although they are fiddly, I'm not going to lie. Oh yeah.
Well, this is
Take
what-
you back?
Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for, one of these at.
The whelk. All right, go on then.
I do
They
like
beat
these.
them.
Maybe a little bit more pepper.
And vinegar. I don't think you're very good on it. You're not very liberal. There you go.
At least I didn't put tomato sauce on.
If you, I think if we did that, he'd be kicked out. We'd be kicked out. But look at that. You can see how big and meaty that is. Yeah, that's good. That's the best one. And then the potted brown shrimp. Warm in the, oh, that is good.
A little bit on this.
Yeah, that's how you want it, on the butter, on the bread.
It's warm as well.
That is good. So, out of 10?
10 out of 10
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
got to be 10, right? So if you guys are in London and you're coming down here, come visit this place because top stuff, top stuff. Now, one of the biggest questions I get, other than why are you leaving Madeira, is actually why did you pick Thailand? And it's not necessarily just the opposite of the reasons of leaving Madeira. So I thought I'd write some things down and I would tell you guys, not all of the reasons, but maybe the top, I don't know, top 10. And then you guys can decide and let me know if you think I'm on the right track. Number 1 is a big one. Affordable cost of living. I mean, and that goes from food, which is super cheap. You know, you can have dinner, you can eat out. Street food, you can eat out for £1, £2, you know, just over €1, just over €2. You obviously have, it's like anyway, you can go higher, you can go out to restaurants, you can go to high-end restaurants, and you can spend much, much more. But in general, the cost of living, the cost of things in the supermarket, the cost of food on the street is very cheap. And not only that, it extends to the accommodation as well. Right now, I pay €1,400 in Madeira. That's quite a lot. I mean, the apartment is great, it's well located, I love it. But in Thailand, for £400 to £500 for a 1-bedroom apartment, you can get skyline views because you'll be high up. The one I'm looking at is on the 42nd floor. You get a pool, you get a gym, you get 24-hour security, you get a car parking space. It's just you get much more for your money. So I feel, given that my finances are up and down, having a lower cost of living will allow me to stabilize and actually, you know, do things much more, enjoy life much more. Not that I'm not, but it's just one less thing to stress about, isn't it? The second thing are the visa options. And okay, I can be in Portugal with my Italian passport. This is great, so it's super easy for me. If I wasn't, I would have to think about visa options. Thailand used to be a little more difficult. You had to do border runs, visa extensions, all sorts of things. It was a little bit complex, but now they have something called the DTV, the Destination Thailand Visa, and this enables you for £300 to get a 5-year visa. You have to prove that you have remote income, like you're earning outside of Thailand, which YouTube is. So once you can prove that, you pay your £300 and you get given a 5-year visa, and it makes life very easy. You can come in and out as much as you want. So that's what I've done. And if you guys want to know more about that, I can put that in a video if you would like. So comment in the comments section. There's things like digital infrastructure, the internet, the 5G. It's just so much faster than Europe. Madeira is pretty good. The UK is rubbish. But the internet is rapid, so that's definitely a perk. Culinary diversity, the food scene, street food is incredible. Some of the best food I've ever eaten is in Thailand on the street food. It's cheap, but as you go up, you go to the restaurant level, it's also fantastic, it's different. There's variety there, you get food from all over the world. And then you get into the fine dining. There's many Michelin star restaurants in Bangkok. There's many Michelin guide restaurants or Michelin recommended restaurants in Bangkok. It's exciting. I get a little bored of the food in Portugal, I must admit. I get a little bored of the food in the UK, I must admit. There are very few places that have culinary diversity like Thailand. The other thing that's really important to me is that it's safe, very safe. I never feel like I'm going to be pickpocketed, or I have to watch my stuff, or I'm going to be beaten up, or my phone's going to be nicked as I walk past on the street. I never feel this. Thai people are so friendly, and I think it works a little bit because of karma. Buddhist culture believe a lot in karma. Do something bad to someone, get something bad back. Now, of course, there are bad people. There are bad people everywhere. There are people who are trying to do dodgy things. But in general, I feel very safe here. I've left my bag on the street and you walk off and you come back and it's still there. That was a mistake. But if you want to go to the bathroom, you literally can leave your phone on the table and walk off and come back and it will still be there. Madeira is a bit like that. Where I'm from, the Channel Islands is very much like that. I like to be around these places, and Thailand definitely ticks that box for me. Next, strategic location. It is the gateway to Asia. I think whenever I travel to Asia, I come via Thailand, I come via Bangkok, because it is the easiest way in, but also it's a gateway to all of those other countries. And I want to explore China and South Korea and Japan and Malaysia and Singapore and Indonesia and maybe even Australia as well. And it's only still 3.5 hours from Sri Lanka and India. Like, you have great options there. And when I inevitably do get itchy feet, you can jump on a cheap flight to one of these places. So it's very convenient. In general, it's low cost, and it's just a fantastic transport base, I would say. The other thing, well, on the back of that, is because a lot of people are coming here from a social media perspective, it's popular. I mean, I'm a YouTuber. I have to think about these things. That's one of the reasons I chose Madeira. But Thailand is just a bigger market. When you go to Madeira, you think it's a big market because it's so busy, but it is a small island, it is a small niche, and it is still a small market. Thailand is huge, so hopefully it's going to take the channel to the next level, I hope. If anything goes wrong, medical care, you wouldn't think it, but medical care is fantastic here. Okay, I need private medical insurance, which is what I will have. Some of the best hospitals in the world are in Bangkok. Yeah, it's definitely something, if you're living abroad, something you should think about. Fingers crossed you never need it, but you never know, right? Whether you fall off a bike or an accident happens, or I don't know, I've had friends who have had emergency surgery due to the appendix. Like, you can't plan these things, but you want it when it's there. So that's definitely a bonus. Social circle. I have best friends here. I have quite a lot of contacts. It's interesting moving to a country where I feel like I can just connect in from social media, of course, but also just making friends. I've visited a lot. And I think I've noticed, I've said this previously, I've noticed living amongst friends and living amongst best friends makes a massive difference. And then finally, the sense of constant exploration. Like, it's easy to travel around here, but also everything feels like a bit of an adventure. There's so many different not climates, but so many different landscapes and areas to explore. The culture is fascinating. Just walking down the street is fascinating. There's thousands, millions of street food stalls. Getting your meal is interesting, but the country itself is fascinating, and I look forward to exploring more. I've explored a lot of it, but I want to do it all again and really go into a new depth. So for my mind and for the channel, it is definitely a perk. I think that's everything. That I've covered. Do you disagree with any of that? What do you reckon? Do you reckon it's based on that, do you think it's a good destination? I guess we're about to find out. I've done it. I've packed. I got it all into that suitcase. 23, 24 kilos. So not bad. Under my allowance, if you can believe. But it's time to go. Time to leave for the station and make my way to Heathrow. Look, my family are here. They're all crying. My sister, crying?
Yeah, crying.
Father, crying?
Very, very upset.
Yeah.
With joy.
And my mother, the one who is actually crying, and had to, if you can believe, had to run off to brush her hair before she came on camera. And then we all asked why my dad didn't brush his hair. End of this video, end of this chapter, end of this era. But join me for the next one as I make my way to Thailand. I'm going to film the journey, and we're going to compare whether Emirates, I'm flying with Emirates to Thailand, whether they're good for economy or good for business. Because there's two legs and I'm flying one in each. So that should be fun. I'll see you guys in the next video right here.